and we are living it now.
Yes, exactly.
Hi, good to see you.
Good to see you.
You are well?
I'm well, thanks.
Good.
How are you?
And the struggle continues?
It does. You're looking very well.
Jambo.
What happened to you?
Yes, yeah. So I did this very innocently and thinking that
Innocent.
Yeah.
That's so good.
We don't take, they don't want to be seen that they are actually, so it's a very clever way.
I see what
It's a way that they can control them.
Are there something about, so now he has a military power.
So she's on her way to Sweden. Okay. You should be happy. You are happy. Your prize?
For both of us?
No.
One each. You don't need to.
And if it's for both of you, would you take it to
This is for you.
Yes, would you take it to...
Siamo felici di avervi qui per collegare a Geneva all the partners who have contributed to today's event.
S'il vous plaît.
Now stay by your stones.
The UN over the past 70 years has done a lot for the world, for the people. It's not perfect. We've made mistakes. But when you look at what we've done since its inception, the organization has offered a lot to the world. We have a tendency to go through life as individuals and organizations, often focusing and stressing, this is what we do. But that is a wrong question. We should be asking, what should we be doing? What should we be doing in this changing world? As Secretary General, I had to ask myself, what should the UN be doing? What can the UN do? What can the UN do alone? What should the UN do with others? And what should the UN leave others to do? And once you go through that analysis and you realize that the governments are not going to give us all the money we needed to implement the projects that we have, you come very quickly to the conclusion that not only do you need to reach out, but you need partners. I used to talk about a boat, but given the disparity between the rich and the poor, let's use a cruise, or a cruise ship. We're all in a cruise ship. Whether you are in the best suite or in a hole somewhere down the bottom, if the ship is taking in water from one end, we are all at risk. So you cannot be safe or prosper at the expense of the others. We need to think of the dignity and the interest of others. And this is something that the UN has given me, that I believe deeply in the principles and the ideals of the UN. And also believe that as individuals, we have a responsibility to each other. And that what unites us is much more important than what divides us. And we should really stress the positive rather than the negative, which sometimes we are encouraged by some politicians to do. I mean, as Secretary General, each time I travel from a conflict area and landed in Geneva and came to the Palais and others, you ask yourself, why can't it all be as peaceful? Why do I have to go through all these conflict places? And that in itself is an inspiration. If you bring these protagonists here, I always hope that they will look around them and ask, why can't we have it like this? Why can't we create a peaceful environment of this nature? So Geneva, from that point of view, is important, quite apart from the fact that I started my career here, and also Nan, my wife, and I met here. So it's not a city of only professional work, but it's also a city of love for me. And besides, it's so central. Realizing that the foundation I was going to set up would take me around the world, communication was important. And the location of Geneva is part of that effort to reach out.
Et pour éviter que vos propos ne tombent dans les oreilles indiscrètes, vos parents...
See you tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Apart from having worked here for 6 years, so I used to come here every 5 weeks. I spent a week here, and then I was elected.
Très bien, merci.